I'm back on the move. I'm back on my battle rap tour shit.
Nice.
Hey, I gotta fly and all to go to the other place. I'm definitely gonna have my mask. I'm definitely not gonna be around a whole bunch of fucking people. I'm not going to restaurants to go eat and all that other shit. You know, I'm definitely gonna try to limit as much exposure to my different surroundings because you just never know, as we talked before.
Right. Yeah, no, you gotta play it smooth for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Black, when's your next battle, bro? Is gas still $5 a gallon?
Keep the fuck up. You're gonna be getting a fucking letter in the mail. You keep using my fucking bars, bro. Keep it the fuck up. Keep it the fuck up.
You're that cease and desist. I'm tired of these motherfuckers playing with me.
Chef is the GOAT. Chef is the GOAT. Chef is the GOAT. Oh my God, bro.
All right, hola, and welcome to yet another motherfucking episode of the SquadKast podcast. Just when you were wondering where are they at, here comes down the stream motherfucking Black.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at you right in the nick of time. Right in the nick of time. We almost took off.
Right in the nick of time. Okay.
All right. Well, gentlemen, welcome to, as I was saying, another episode of the motherfucking SquadKast podcast. How everybody living?
What's good? What's good? Living this quarantine life, you know.
Right. I was just telling brother DJ here, I just came back from camping. That's how I've been spending a lot of my time, which is out in old Mother Nature. It's down in Red Rock. So I'm super actually exhausted and tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. I couldn't keep my big ass on top of this mattress I brought myself, so that was horrible. But, you know, lots of beer, lots of meat, and tons of fishing, so worked out for me.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like always like a good motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Right.
Damn, did this brother leave the building
Black
again?
he just wants to keep blessing us with his appearance. So, you know, I'm gonna respect him. You know, he's gonna come in.
We might be dealing with a hologram. He might not be the real Black.
There he
might be a
goes.
hologram.
All right, you back with us again? Of course we can't hear him.
Can't hear him. He's fading in and out. Typical Black to me. So, in anyway, you went camping, had a great fucking time. As we was talking earlier, you know, I got some battles coming up. Coming up this weekend in Omaha, this Saturday on the 22nd.
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh,
it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on pay-per-view. Your boys on pay-per-view.
Oh, it's gonna be on pay-per-view, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Make sure you send me the link information for that. As you can tell, I have been so barely online doing any social media, no Snapchatting, no Instagram, man. I might just hop on for 10 seconds. Like, I don't know what's going on out there no more. I'm just plugged back in. I see we got a new VP pick from Joe Biden. People are not wanting to talk to me about this because they know I'm not excited about it. So, oh God, here comes D. He's gonna have something to say about this.
Hey, you know what? Ever since he made the announcement, I've been so hyped for this podcast just so I can get your analysis and your insight on that. But I know that's going to come as we go. But we got a lot to cover.
All right. You know, let's keep talking for a second about what we've been doing to keep ourselves entertained in a world of nothing right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been doing a lot of camping and mostly fishing. I ain't never fished so much in my life. I'm fishing probably 4 days a week here, if not more sometimes. Just kind of depends. Out there with Powers, naturally. He's on some sort of personal quest to catch a monster of all monsters of a fish. I'm just trying to catch anything. I don't really give a fuck what I catch, so I just like being there.
Yeah.
So,
I feel you.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's all there really is, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not
Hey,
down still with going into restaurants and or the movies. I'm not going over to
yeah,
the
yeah,
bars,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
eat popcorn with a mask on. I'm not doing all that. So, what about you, brother? What you been doing?
Other than getting these battles booked and getting prepared for these battles I got coming up, I'm still on my workout grind. I work out 6, 7 days a week. I really should be scaling it back though, but because I
Mm,
built up this crazy ass routine, it's hard for me not to be
I
active
see.
and do something. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard for me not to get on
Mm-hmm.
the bike or go hit the bag or some shit like that. So,
Right.
outside of that, um, I kind of been dabbling in the financial world a little bit, but me and Brother Black been having some conversations as far as the investing and the stock market and shit like that. So within the last month or so, that's where a lot of my interest and focus has been in the stock markets. I've kind of opened up me a couple different accounts,
Mm,
got me some investments going in the stock market, opened
nice.
up a Roth IRA, and some other shit. You can't just have a 401k and think that's gonna be enough. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I
Right.
actually wanted to, actually big Brother Black up because I was already kind of lightweight doing it. But after me and him was just talking about it, I just kind of made a more conscious effort to just be able to try to do something to generate some more revenue and be able to save and shit like that, let my money grow, have a nice little portfolio built up by the time I want to get out of this motherfucking work life shit. So
Right.
that's really been it for me outside, typical family shit, the kids and everything like that, getting prepared to get for them to go through the school shit and all that
Mm,
craziness. So
right. Right. That is coming up. Right. A lot of big decisions
exactly.
need to be made. Well, Black,
Well, they
what you
got a
been on,
meeting.
brother?
Yeah.
So,
What the fuck you been doing?
pretty slow motion, man. Working as usual, working from home. Been spending a lot more time with the sun more than usual with me working from home. So
That's what's
been
up.
enjoying that a lot more. Like I said, we've been looking into the financial aspect of what's going on with the stock market and whatnot. And I'm fairly new to it, so I'm not gonna say like I'm an expert, but I'm learning as I go and just trying to pick up little bits and pieces from different things that I watch and go from there. Really just been cool. And Netflix and what I'm saying, Hulu. That's really been it. Watching different little shows my people been telling me about. Really just been cooling, man. Trying to stay out this heat. Of course, we have the power outage, and we're gonna get to that later on. But yeah, it's been a lot going on in the past couple of weeks. Of course, politics. But yeah, we just got power back a couple of days ago, actually.
Right. Yeah, I was out for a couple of days. Half the city was out for a week.
Yeah.
That shit was rough. That was a scary
Yeah.
ass little storm that came through, actually. I was
Yeah, I
just
didn't
staring at my
expect
big
it.
ass
Don't
patio window like, man,
don't
is
say
this gonna
don't
be a
say little
problem?
ass storm. That shit did damage, bro. Fuck you talking about,
Right, true,
bro? That
true.
shit fucked up a lot of shit,
East side looked like a damn war zone over there, man. Trees.
man. Every fucking where.
Um, I also been speaking of trees, I got an axe and a handsaw, and I've been trying to what they call bushcraft out there on these shores while we be fishing, man. So half the time now, Dale's, he's casting. And shout out to my guy Greg. You've been fishing with us here lately too. I'm in the back trying to cut up sticks to start a fire and set up a tarp shelter and shit that I got. I got this little all weather 10 by 12 tarp shelter that if you know what you're doing, you could set it up real nice for yourself out there. So
Let me find out you trying to get your Boy Scout badges. Let me
hey,
find out you out here trying to
that's
get your Boy
exactly
Scout badges.
I'm trying to get all of those fire starting, kite making, all right, leather working, whatever it is. I swear to hell.
This
I
man
I
crazy.
figured that I'm playing the odds the other way that eventually someone's just going to tell me that I don't get to hang out in regular society anymore. I'm no longer make the financial means, and I just want to be able to all right, I'll just move on into the wilderness and survive just fine because I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. All right, I've been practicing.
basically this is going to be the new norm until a vaccine hits, and even then, if a vaccine hits, the way of life as we know it has
Shit,
changed.
people
It
definitely.
has changed.
You know, people used to look at a lot of those Asian countries where folks would wear masks often out in public and criticize the shit out of them or make fun of them or, think, oh, those places must be dirty. Like, nah, son, they were ahead of us. We
They
all
was
should.
way ahead of it.
We're running around every year getting colds and the flus and shit, and it's all of us just giving them to each other,
Now, I mean,
I,
I wholeheartedly agree, but I mean, as we've talked before, shit like this, it starts with the leadership, with the top down, you know what I'm saying? So when you got poor leadership that can't, that has the IQ of a carrot, then the country is not going to thrive. I was going to say he got the IQ of an ant, but an ant actually contributes to the world. Like they can lift 10 times their weight. Without ants, you wouldn't be able to the soil and all that shit. Like Donald Trump can't. His mind can't do shit like that. Like I don't know. He just, bro.
I mean, you trying to
He
sound
done
like
ruined.
an interview with Vlad TV where he didn't say he was friends, but he was associate. He's actually done a lot of shit with the Trump family, a lot of fundraiser stuff. But he did say that Trump was smart, and I just kept looking at the TV like, what? Who says that about?
Yeah.
Who
And
says
what aspect? What
right?
aspect? That's what I want to know.
Right. When you just have enough money to pull your worst bad intentions off, that's just what happens. This is what happens.
Yeah. But who knows what the fuck going through his mind now that his little brother passed away?
Who's? Oh yeah, and then his little brother.
I think it was his little brother, or I know it was his brother, Ronald Trump.
Okay. He
He
didn't
was
like him, I think, right?
I don't know, he was 71 when he passed away recently, and they said that last Friday reported that Donald Trump went to go see him in the hospital before he passed and all that.
Right.
In New York, by the way.
Right. Do you think Donald Trump possibly expressed some actual genuine love and concern for his family member who was passing? Do you think that's an
We're gonna
actual?
let we're gonna let we're gonna let Brother Black take that one first.
well, speaking of family, you would think ultimately, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I would say when you say family, you would think that, but with the character traits that he's shown, you just don't
Man,
know because with the
man.
shit with the
Only time
news
he feel bad is if he looks bad.
putting out the book, and he just kind of sort of talk shit about her because she did this reveal all book on his ass, and he don't like her
Oh,
ass. So
piece or
I'm gonna
something,
say it's a pretty ongoing thing with a lot of family members. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to assume some shit.
right?
Maybe y'all know more than me. Well, can
I tell
figure
you
that
what,
shit
though,
out
can
and
you
find out some
imagine if
info.
that's how you settled scores or beefs in your family and you just started writing books? You just start publishing books like, nah, let me tell you about this dirty motherfucker.
That's how some motherfuckers actually do that shit though, low key. That's how a lot of motherfucker family secrets get aired out. And motherfuckers be trying to
That's
talk in
Facebook.
third person and shit like that, and be exposing motherfuckers. But
Right.
hey,
And from
I
what
like did
from
he
what
express any kind of love or concern or anything to his brother? I'm pretty sure he did in his own dickhead
Mm.
way, you know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure he
he
probably cracked a
acknowledged that
joke
that's
that
it.
that them two probably would understand or something like that. But I mean, he ain't. Can we say he's an emotional person? Yeah, when people's coming at him, he can act childish and shit. But as far as like showing empathy and sympathy to his own family, I have to agree with Brother Black. That's kind of questionable. Hell, he even said if that wasn't his daughter, he would try to date his daughter. I mean, goddamn. I mean,
He's
what
a
the, you
nasty
know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
motherfucker.
With no
like
pause, no hesitation.
Proof is in
no,
the pudding,
didn't
motherfucker.
say, he didn't back on that or nothing. He just
Right.
said it. I was like, oh my goodness, this man didn't. Has he had a drink yet? He's still sober. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Which is funny because he doesn't drink. I don't think he drinks or smokes. He's just not. I
Oh,
don't
he
think he's
does
an alcohol
something.
guy. Right.
He
Let
does
him
something.
finish.
Yeah, I was Adderall probably, but yeah, so strict.
He's on the
Well,
best
speaking of
coat.
politics, actually, this does take me on into my inside anger, my quiet anger, right now about this goddamn country, the fucking politics, how shitty both sides are. As we
Okay.
sit here with Kamala Harris as VP pick for Joe Biden.
Okay.
First of all,
Wait,
Kamala
hold on.
Harris.
Wait. Before you go in,
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
need two things from you, sir. Two
Mhm.
things from you, sir. Number one, before you go in, make sure you say with all due respect. That's number one.
With all due respect.
And number two, she is a woman. All right.
Yeah.
Respect the women. All
Oh,
right.
of course.
Go ahead.
Kamala Harris is a shitty ass fucking person. Okay. So let's just say that. It's not about her being a woman. In all due respect, Kamala Harris is a shitty ass person. All right. Number one, she's a cop. She was top cop state of LA, of California. And as such, she threw 1,500 people's lives away for small weed violations. Only 2 years later, laugh about it on the blackest radio show she could find, i.e., the Breakfast Club, and say she smoked weed at one point in time, as though it was no big deal, and as though she didn't vigorously pursue and throw away and put black men in jail for that very same thing. On top of that, she arrested parents for truancies. Ironically, the first one being a black woman whose child had some sort of ailment that the mother, felt was let her cope with a little bit differently than how the school thought she should, and they arrested this woman live on TV. So Kamala Harris to even pretend to be some sort of protector or representative, or Kamala Harris does not stand for the black community or justice. She literally supports the entire fucking system that is so woefully affected black and brown across this country to this day. She and not to mention Joe Biden being one of the main supporters of the crime bill, who to this day still doesn't apologize for supporting that bill. She too supported that bill. She too promised to uphold the law and enforce it the way in which she's been taught, in the way in which has been unjustly being applied to the black and brown across this land. So Kamala Harris as a VP, the only thing that they're going to say that is worth saying is that she's going to be the first black woman. That's it. Past that, they can't give you one good reason. And just for spite, just because it's not Trump. So let's just put a jar of mayonnaise there. Then we don't need to vote for anybody. Then if it's just let's just vote him out. We don't need to pick an also bad choice. It makes no sense. Not to mention she's a staunch supporter of cash bail system, which unequivocally affects poor people for no fucking reason. Just simply punishes people just for being poor. So why do we need Kamala Harris? You tell me. So we can get some more memes. She can sell some more fucking t-shirts about stupid shit she says that she thinks is clever.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So, with her being nominated for VP and possibly being the next VP, because I think, as I said before, many cast ago, that people were gonna get fed up with this pale-faced motherfucker and get his ass up out of there, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. So y'all could thank me later. I gave y'all the information months ago. So thumbs up on that. And this leads me to my next thing. What does the VP really do outside of being next in line to drive the boat?
There you go.
They they don't do nothing but stand there. They might speak.
They don't have no power.
They have no power or
They
nothing
don't
like
make
that. So
decisions
to
for the
me,
country.
like I'm hearing you go off, and justifiably so, rightfully so, in certain aspects. But I'm thinking like it's not going to be that big of a deal because she's not going to be
Well,
able to
let me
do shit.
clarify.
And
Let me
and
clarify, because
then
that's a good point.
well, go ahead. Well, let me finish this
Okay.
first, and then
Okay.
you can let me finish. So, with that being said, I don't really think that with her being the VP compared to what Pence is doing, which is nothing, I don't think it's going to be all that bad, especially all that baggage that she has that you so eloquently spoke about. I'm not going to reiterate or regurgitate any of that because you took care of that, and I appreciate that too because you touched on a lot of things. But like you said, all this is really going to come down to is one, she's being the first female vice president, two, the first female African American vice president, and Joe Biden is going to get some kind of recognition because he picked the first female vice president and African American vice president. So, I mean, really what it comes down to.
I know we've had that conversation before about what being the first black person, how, not to the full extent, but I think we kind of commented
talked
on
about it.
the validity of that title in the first place. But
Right. We
still,
talked about that in regards to Obama and how some people compared him to the manager of a McDonald's instead of actually being the president of the United States. But
you're
that's
right.
right. But all I'm
That
saying
was
is
another conversation.
right.
So
But hold on. Let me just. I'm about to wrap this up real quick. So Joe Biden is gonna receive. What he did was he actually was smart because he pretty much solidified his presidency by doing that. Because he just gained himself a whole nother amount of voters, pretty much.
See, I think
And that's
he picks her as more of an insurance policy
right.
to
That's
the
what I'm
powers
saying.
that be. No, I think this is a signal to Wall Street and to the justice system and to the Democrats that don't worry. I don't have this wild ass unpredictable VP choice. Like, he could have picked Bernie Sanders, who is still extremely popular and still will probably get a notable number of votes
He
just
could have
because
picked. He
you
could
can
have
write
picked
it.
anybody. He could have picked
But
anybody. He could have picked
right,
Elizabeth
but
Warren. He could have
he
picked
wanted
anybody.
someone that said to the people that supported him financially, i.e., his donors, i.e., the elite class, don't worry, because if something were to happen to me, which is very likely with this old and a senile as this man is at this point, he's barely able to read at this point. That they know, cool, we have someone who isn't going to come in and then start flipping shit up. Like, no, we already have a fucking law dog, a house trained law dog who knows how to fucking throw people in jail and beg for fucking money.
Well, I think we agree for separate reasons though. And that's
For
fine,
sure.
and,
For sure.
you know what I mean? But Brother Black, go ahead and give your
please,
input,
Black. Sorry.
okay, I follow everything you said as far as with Kamala Harris, her past people shocked up. I was
You cutting out,
Yeah,
brother. You
Black.
cutting up real bad. You cutting up real bad, brother. Why are you walking
so
around?
with
We went through
Kamala
this
Harris.
before. Sit your ass down.
So with Kamala Harris, as far as with the original statistics, as far as with the amount of people that she locked up, well, she was, for and sort of thing, I was definitely against that. Ultimately, I feel
You
like
cutting
she was
up,
doing her
bro. Like
job.
I don't.
One, that was the key. She was doing her job. I feel like she was doing her job. That's what they was paying her to do. I get that she did lock up a bunch of, African Americans in that process.
Oh, Lordy.
Job.
Oh, well, that was trippy. You back?
Yeah. So what I was saying was, I didn't feel like I get everything as far as with the incarceration rate that she did, as far as what she was doing, but I felt like ultimately that's what she was hired to do. So she was just doing her job. I get that it was fucked up, but we can't really. I don't feel we should hold that against her
No, I see
wholeheartedly.
that don't sit
I
right with
get
me.
that.
That's sitting there with that's like the cops leaning on Floyd's neck with the other cops
Hell,
standing around, not
come
doing
on,
shit
bro.
about it. Not
With
doing
all
shit
due
about talking about,
respect,
hey,
with
I said
all
something,
due
you
bruh.
told me
respect,
not to
brother,
do
that's
my
Come on,
job.
bullshit, and you
bruh.
know
Just
it.
doing my
With
That's
job.
all due
bullshit.
respect,
That's that
bro,
same shit that
that's
all
not,
cops
no,
be
it's
using.
not.
Just
That's
doing
not the
my
same. That's
job.
not the same, bro.
Oh
That's not the
my
same.
God.
I can't
Kamala
believe
Harris
you
is
went
doing
that
her
far to
job.
say
Now
that,
that's the
bro.
exact same
I
thing.
can't believe you. No, it's not.
Kamala
No, it's
Harris
not. You
destroyed
cannot compare
lives.
Kamala Harris
Destroyed
to
lives.
fucking George Floyd's death, bro.
Kamala Harris threw away people and then laughed about it to this day for years.
Let me ask
That
you a
in my
question.
opinion,
Let me
yes,
ask you a
sir.
question.
Please.
Does Kamala Harris have to answer to somebody?
Don't we all in some way, form, or fashion?
Okay. So, and me and Brother Black have had this conversation before. And I said this regarding African Americans getting into politics. I said that some African Americans go into politics genuinely to advocate change because they come from these communities. Excuse, that's not a COVID cough. They come from these communities and they know what it's like to be impoverished, poor, what have you. I'm talking about African American politicians. And some of them do want to advocate change. But what happens is they get in there and they see that they can't do what they want to do. They got to answer to somebody. So, I mean, whatever she's doing or has done, I'm pretty sure that comes from somebody else. Now, whether she wants to do the right thing by not following orders and possibly cost her career is something, the choice that she has to make. But the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of shit she's done, I don't think that was wholeheartedly just her thought process, her will, and everything that went into that. I'm pretty sure some of that shit came from the top down, telling her you need to do this or do some of this, or else you're gonna face the fire. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, also, I was gonna say is, um, I also, you know, what I'm saying, I get that he picked her, and like brother DJ said, that you would think that that's gonna solidify the black vote for him, but I still think it's kind of questionable that he's gonna. I don't think it solidifies the victory for him, honestly.
I'm not saying
Just because.
it solidifies the black vote. What I said, what it does solidify his presidency. It does solidify his win because he was already going to get in anyway based
So,
on the conversation that I spewed earlier.
so
So we're
which
not
one
going to
is it,
backtrack.
brother? Which
But
one is
then
it, brother?
with him picking Kamala, that only gave him more female votes now, and
Okay.
then it probably did increase the African American vote a little bit. I'm not saying a ton, but he
Because
probably is going to
obviously
get more.
Africans are more likely to vote Democratic anyway. So African Americans are. So that was just going to be more odds in his favor. It's not like, the whole of the Black Democratic Party was going to go Republican for some reason.
Right, that's
But
what
a
I'm
valid
saying.
point. But that in itself is what is the problem. I don't think, as far as his electability, is like who is necessarily going to vote for him, because he doesn't know how to talk to anybody except for the people he knows are going to vote for him. There is no group of Republicans that Joe Biden is targeting to convince them that they need to support him now.
Okay, let me ask
So
you a
what we
question.
need in this case,
Let me hold
if
on.
Joe Biden
Hold
wants
on.
to win, he needs voter turnout. Okay, he can't switch people's minds. He needs more people to come out and vote.
Let me
And
explain something to
so,
you, brother. Let
so
me
him
explain
thinking
something to
he's
you.
going to get Kamala Harris is going to pull something in from the other side.
I hate to have to be a repeat offender, but I'm going to have to be that guy. I've already explained this once, and I'm going to have to do it again.
Okay.
Have we not seen over the last couple months how everybody, Trump supporters around the world, have turned? They are fed up with this man.
No, we've
Yes,
seen
brother.
there's a
Look,
couple people,
no,
but
no, brother. There's a lot
nah.
more than you think. There's a
We
lot
just
more than you think. And if you look
somebody
at
just
all the
hosted a
polls,
Trump
if you
vote
look at
party out here.
if you
There's
look at
its
all the
support is even
polls,
harder.
it has Biden winning by a lot. Why is that?
But we were
Hold on.
and
Is
Hillary
that
was
because
supposed to win
hold
last
on?
time, according to them.
Yeah, well, but we already argued or had the debate that Trump had a phenomenal campaign that crushed Hillary and used that Benghazi shit and a whole bunch of other shit to flip it on her, which is the reason why she didn't get the presidency. But not to mention that she won a popular vote but didn't get in. But that's a whole other issue with the Electoral College and all that, and we ain't got time for that. But what I'm saying is that because the American people are so fed up with Trump, like I said months ago, they're gonna do whatever they can to get him out. Now, all I'm saying is,
I hope you're right, brother.
Now the real question is, can Joe Biden do a better job than Donald Trump? I'm asking both of you guys. That's the real question. That's the real question.
It just depends on what your opinion of what better is, because better certainly, I think just asking us that, right? We just can instantly have very common ideas of what better would be, but it isn't like Joe Biden's going to come in and start enhancing everyone's life. If anything, what he's going to do is stop this crazy amount of turmoil that's been happening because of Donald Trump. But he isn't going to come in and start actually solving problems. If anything, Joe Biden's going to try to make shit go back to what it was before Trump.
Exactly.
Which wasn't helping nobody.
So what I'm saying is that Joe Biden's going to come in and, like you said, he's going to try to bring people together, number one. Two, he's going to try to get our foreign relations back to where it used to be. And he's going to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is, to me, is a good thing. Now, how successful he is at it is another story. And that's where your doubts come in.
No, because I don't doubt that he could do that, that he could really get America back to good old America there before Donald Trump comes through and start burning everything he possibly could. But I'm arguing just that good old America was just as bad, that there were just as many obstacles to the average person in order to earn a respectable living, to be able to raise a family, to not have to worry about food and shelter on a regular basis.
I agree and I disagree. There's a lot of things that were bad, and there's a lot of things that have gotten that I agree to disagree.
There's like 30 million people unemployed right now, or on the unemployment list. Even Lord knows who's even stopped looking over the last 6 months. But 30 million. There's no Joe Biden is going to create 30 million jobs. This man can't read off a fucking prompter. So I'm with you, bro. Like, I'm not arguing against your idea, because I want yours to work out.
Was not Obama in the same situation when he came into the Bush administration? He had to clean up all that mess, all that debt, all the fuck up. Yes, he did. Yes, he was. It's the same scenario.
The mess he did inherit,
though.
But the mess he did inherit, it didn't really work out, because still like 4 million people lost their homes, and the richer became even richer. There were tax breaks.
It's the same scenario. It's the same scenario.
So I'll rebuttal both of y'all. So to kind of piggyback like Capo was saying, basically, I feel like if he was to get elected, it's going to be like when Obama got in office. That first term, if he was to make it to a second, he's going to be trying to fix, like you said, all the foreign relations and that sort of thing, trying to get shit back in order with that, because we can't be fucked up with on the foreign side and still be trying to do trades and all that. Like, that shit's got to get back in order. And
I hope he can. I just don't see how he can. I have no faith that he can.
But that's not the argument. We already said that that's an issue that you have, whether he can do it or not. Mm-hmm. We're just saying this is what he's going to try to do. That's all we're saying.
And then my retort to that would be I would say yes, I believe he could, because hey, look at what the fuck Trump did. It took no time to fuck this shit up. So I feel like we got to give somebody else a chance to be able to get this shit up, because he just gonna continue to keep fucking shit up. He's gonna go to the next country and say fuck you. They're gonna stop fucking with us next, and it's gonna continue going on and on. This shit's just fucking retarded. The foreign thing was what took the cake for me. when you start fucking with them, and the motherfuckers are allies. Come on now.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you
Yeah.
this, guys. Here's a question for you. Who would be a worse president than Trump?
You got
Is it
Reagan.
possible?
You got Reagan. Shout out the he influenced the crack era. He influenced the crack epidemic. So
is Trump?
I mean,
So you would say Reagan was a worse president than Trump?
No, I'm saying they're the same for different reasons.
Like that's a little bit of head game, but I like that. That sounds like a line, a battle rap line, actually. No, I'm saying they're the same, but for different reasons. Okay,
well, I mean,
all right. No, I just that was more.
I'm just saying they both were bad presidents, but for different reasons. Like Reagan, I hold Reagan responsible for the destruction. Well, part of the destruction of the black home when you implemented the crack era and all that other shit. You allowed this shit to come in, and look what that shit did. Look what that shit did to black families. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people to this day is still trying to recover from the crack era to this day. So I mean,
you know, born out of that was that 90s crime bill that Joe Biden staunched so heavily for, and instead of helping those people, he just threw everybody in jail for a long time, which has led us to this incarceration issue we're currently dealing with today. And we're about to elect the man as president. This makes no sense to me.
And look what he did. Look what he did. People love Bill Clinton, and he locked people up too, right?
We got tricked. We got tricked with Bill Clinton. What's that?
All he did was get some head in the office, and motherfuckers loved him for it. Period.
He played the saxophone. He kissed the black baby and got some head, and everybody said he was a real brother. I couldn't believe that.
And he was the one who wrote the goddamn bill, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good old boy from Arkansas.
Well, we're in real trouble, gentlemen. You know, even if Biden's elected, like I said, I'm practicing my bushcraft skills. I want to be able to just walk away. All right, when the shit really hits the fan. But we'll see.
Let me leave you with this, brother. Let me leave you with this. It can't get no worse than we ain't got nowhere but to go up. It can't get no worse than what it is. We only could go up from here. It can't get no worse than what it already
Famous
is. Bro.
last words. Hashtag famous last words. Okay.
It only could go up from here, bro. You never know.
Man, see now you shouldn't even say that. I feel like you just challenged the universe to make this shit worse. Those aliens I was talking about earlier, the Capcom 2020, they coming down here now. What do you say? Oh, let's hit them.
For you is, if that's the case, then what the fuck is Trump doing then? And with him,
horrible, shitty, terrifying job.
Exactly.
You know, there's no winning here. There's no winning here, and that's like I'm just trying to be real about it, so that
let's be clear. Let's be clear on something. There's no win for black people here.
For sure.
That's how I look at it. There's no win for black people here.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother Black.
Thing was like how you were saying as far as with his ratings going down. My whole thing is he should be losing, period, off of the way this whole COVID shit was handled from the beginning to now. If he wins,
that don't mean nothing to the real Trump supporters.
When they asked falling, choking, and dying from that or from a heart attack with his COVID-19
with no mask on.
He's holding rallies in high COVID states. No mask.
Herman Cain died. Herman Cain died. Got sick 2 days after he attended the rally.
Herman fucking Cain and a couple other people contracted coronavirus from that same shit. He don't care. He don't give a fuck.
Right.
And that's Billy's boy, Cheffin's best man.
Oh, but
the point I'm saying though is that even at those rallies, they still be at capacity to a degree. Still have a lot of motherfuckers in there, all those Trump supporters. No matter how bad of a president he is, no matter how much he's fucked up with the corona shit, you still gonna have people that's gonna vote for him just because he sent them $1,200 stimulus.
Right. Right. $1,200 stimulus.
When big businesses got billions,
he's trying to propose that they give us another $1,200, but it's payroll tax deferment. So you got to pay that shit back come the end of the goddamn year, which just doesn't even come on.
They sound
And
like
now,
some.
and now he's also trying to gum up the post office works to keep mail-in ballots from being processed in time.
Between that and him trying to stop Microsoft from buying TikTok and him just uttering nonsense every day on a regular basis, I mean, we could really spend about a good 2-3 hours talking about this brother.
Right,
but I
which
feel
is
like,
why I actually don't talk that much about him, because it's so obvious, like, of a problem. I just hope that we make the right decision. We're not running from a fire to go drown. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're
drowning. We're drowning now. We're drowning now.
Yeah, so I don't want to run into a fire thinking I just need to dry off a little bit. Okay. Man, Nas said it best about not. It's very important to not. I can't remember the fucking quote, but basically to not make life-changing decisions under duress, under stress. Don't wait until it's so bad and horrible. Now you got to start like, no, you need to really find some clarity in your decisions, some calm.
Right.
I.e., really understand what the hell you're doing, and we're not. We're about to elect another fucking crazy person who's going to be a staunch, throw everybody in jailer and not do anything progressive whatsoever. So 2021 is going to be exciting.
Okay, thanks for the positive vibes from Brother Sheffen, and we're going to go ahead and end it on that one. We're going to go ahead and move on to something different. We're done with the politics, and I'm glad you got that out. Everybody, give a clap up for Brother Sheffen. With this all due respect, there we go.
It's there. It's out now. It's out. It's out now.
I'm glad you feel good. I'm glad you got that out the chest, brother.
Let's make a quick transition because we were talking about movies earlier, and I had asked DJ, and I didn't know, Black, maybe you know, have there been any new movie releases that are supposed to be in the theaters? I heard some were overseas, but nothing's coming to the United States anytime soon. I'm trying to figure out, is there any new movies out there? Is there something new to watch?
I mean, besides what you see on Amazon Prime and all that, no. Because the only movie I wanted to see actually that I was hoping came out in theaters, and then I seen on Snapchat they said it was only coming out over in Europe or over there somewhere in the UK, basically, not here. That Torrent movie with the black dude from I can't. He's a fairly new actor, but it's Torent, and it's an action movie. I think it's got like a little bit of suspense in it too, but it looks pretty decent.
You seen that one? Pretty good.
It looks decent. I only seen a preview. Okay. It didn't come out in theaters here because of all this COVID shit. They were saying like basically they've already
just been going mostly through YouTube myself, man. I found an interesting movie about Aboriginals in Australia who just happened upon abandoned cars in the outback, and there's a whole generation of people who just learn how to fix cars with pieces of other cars and even using wood and sticks and shit to keep cars running. They're the most interesting fucking video you ever seen in your life. These cats are just so rough and tumble and one with nature, but can find a car in a pile of debris and go fuck with it and get it to work. Drive it around for a few miles until it stops. Go find another car and do the same thing. It's just the trippiest shit ever. I mean, my shit run out of gas. It might take me a day and a half to figure out that's the fucking problem. I can't remember what it was called. Bushwhack or Bush Mechanics. That's what it was called. Bush Mechanics. It's an old school piece, so you got some time to watch something interesting.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, like, there's of course YouTube, the Hulus, the Netflix, whatever I could get on my Fire Stick, and you know what I'm saying. Like now that sports is somewhat back, I've been watching NBA, baseball, you know, shit like that.
How was that? Is that any interesting without the crowds and all that shit?
Let me tell you, from a NBA perspective, it's wild because they have virtual fans. So what they do is they have people stream the game from their laptop, whatever, and show their faces on the big, you know, Tron or whatever at the actual arena as if they're in the arena. So what they do, they try to simulate the fan aspect as much as they can.
Doing too much, man.
Hey, I mean, some people, they feed off of that shit, man. The fans, the people that's actually doing this shit love it, man. Just to be able to, you know. So I mean, I actually kind of think that's kind of dope, actually, because you do be having these people who are diehard fans who buy these tickets to go to events and shit like that. Now you actually get to see it and be a part of it at home. And it's actually, I think it's kind of, I think it's free, actually. So I don't even think you have to pay for it. It's not. Oh, you have to pay for it.
Remember we talked about it when we was at your crib that day. You looked
but
it
no,
up.
I thought I read something recently where they saying it was free.
So they changed it. I thought you said.
Maybe,
well, you know, Black's about to attend the game.
I have to look at that again, but I did read something earlier where you did have to pay, like the ticket holders and those people came first. Then everybody else gets incorporated. But you gotta incorporate the season ticket holders and shit like that first for the virtual fan shit, because
I doubt
that's
they're
where your money
refunds.
Right, that's where the money's coming from.
Right. You know, that being said, though, I mean, this is just further proof that sports are really out of control, man. You know, clearly, at a time like this, the type of money that they're spending in order to pull this type of shit off is just crazy. It could be saving whole communities and neighborhoods and cities.
That lets you know how much money that they have, though. That lets you know how much money that they have.
Billions.
You got somebody like what's this fucking Dana White with the UFC, how he got Fight Island. And he got all these fights, you know, he done got a whole island just for fights. You know, spending hundreds of thousands on COVID tests every day. Like, do you know how much that bubble cost that the NBA got in? Like, it's like billions, like 1.5 billion. Like, this shit ain't no joke. And for them to invest that type of time and money, you can look at it how you want, but all I'm saying is that they have to have that type of money to make that type of investment and feel like it's worth it. There has to be a lot of money involved. It has to be.
I wonder where they get where's their revenue supposed to come from? If the fans can't go there.
Off the TV ratings.
Off of TV. I don't know how that works, I guess. But that's why sports, so.
No, I'm telling you, that's why they have all these big TV deals, and like ESPN be bidding you know, with other networks to get the NBA games, and spending like 3.2 billion,
and then get the
you know,
revenues and
exactly. Same with TNT, how they get the NBA and NBA TV on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. Like, you know, that shit's a lot of money. TV revenue, that shit's a lot.
Right. Yeah, tell you what, we definitely got to be future forward on our what we're gonna do about life, because it's just sad, just this little fucking basically a rough ass version of the flu come around and just change the whole way in which damn near everything we do works and operates. Fucking sports.
Can you believe, brother? And I'm sorry to even cut you off, but I have to get both of you guys' insight on this. There are still people today who don't think this is a real thing. What do you say to that, Brother Black?
I tell them, I look at them and say, well, you're clearly going to vote for Trump. Clearly, you're going to vote for Trump.
I mean, I would say maybe I don't know. I can't speak for them because after, with all this going on, now I have other family members that have contracted COVID-19. So I have to definitely take it a lot more serious because it's, you know, very much in the forefront and I have to deal with it. So I can't act because y'all know how I felt about it. I mean, I really didn't take it that serious. And you know what I'm saying?
We know.
I more so carry my mask. Even after taking that trip to Denver and coming back here, I kind of was even questioning like why we didn't have this whole enforcement. And even now, it's only like Walmart, I want to say, and Dollar Tree, I think that I've seen, at least as far as with stores that I went to, that it makes it mandatory. Everywhere else is pretty much, if you want to wear one, you can. If not, you don't have to.
So well, because Governor Kim Reynolds made it to where it's only suggested. It's not required. Like the governor in Colorado made it a mandatory. Like you cannot, anywhere in public, you have to have the mask on, and that's what we saw while we was there. You come here, it's up to certain businesses and establishments to implement that type of shit because they don't want their shit to be affected. So of course the Walmarts and the Sam Clubs and all are going to say, you know what, you motherfuckers can't come in here unless you got a mask on, because you're going to affect their bottom line already being affected. So they got to do whatever they can to protect their bottom line. So yeah, come all you want, but you go wear a mask while you in here.
So yeah, that's my take on it. I mean, I really can't say. I mean, the only thing I can say in that aspect, because I would just say they're like me. They're taking it lightly. Until a family member or somebody close to them is affected, then maybe they will. But I really can't speak for them. You don't know what it would take for a person to take it serious.
I'm saying as if they're saying that this is a whole conspiracy, this is a government planted thing, and all this other shit. I'm just like, how can you even formulate that thought when every day is people dying? Every day, and you saying that's government? That's government. I don't.
And I'm not saying they wrong. I'm not saying they right. But even if that was the case, like you just said, people are dying. That's the end all. To me, that's the only.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Only
That's
thing
what
that matters.
matters.
When people start dying from it, I fuck all of it.
Go ahead,
so
Chef.
That's my thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess if anything, it's just more confusing. It's upsetting and confusing. Like you don't, like you do, like you really are. Like, how does this person not really believe this? Furthermore, this person sounds fucking crazy, thinking the government's got this conspiracy to get masks strapped onto everyone's face as some sort of weird first step to a whatever. Like, come on, bro. Even I hate the mask. We have this conversation. I fucking hate wearing that fucking mask.
Yep.
But just for the sheer benefit of or for the greater of the society, for the greater whole, because I know if I don't, then it might keep other people from doing it. Worst case, I'll get sick or spread it to someone else, So, nah, fuck the mask. The masks suck, but we gotta wear them, You got it. And how anyone could not believe this isn't real? I don't know. Downright disturbing. Too much internet, not enough love. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I think these motherfuckers need to stay off of Reddit or something. Like I don't know what these people are thinking. Like it's mind blowing to me how some people can come up with these speculations and theories when you have people dying every day. So,
we on our way to it. This isn't necessarily over. This is not over, I should say. We're still in the middle of it, and who knows what type of a lasting effects. It's just going to be like the flu then every year, just be a thing that now is just out there, and every year several thousand people just naturally get sick, and most people are cool, but you just get that natural that mortality rate, or who knows, or because a vaccine still, and there's no vaccine that just gets rid of everything. There's vaccines are 99% at best, but most are like 70, 80, somewhere in there, 90, not even that all the way that high. So, and doctors have admitted that about the vaccine too. Like it's probably only going to have like a 60 or 70% effective rate.
Right.
But that's good. That's a good start.
But then they're also learning more and more about Corona, that those who like suffer from it severely, there's long-term effects with that. Even once you don't test positive no more, you still
damage,
gonna you still gonna be suffering and all type of shit. So it's just like even with the vaccine that's gonna have a 64 to 67% successful rate, and I don't really believe that. I believe most of these vaccines, and like this Corona vaccine, it's not going to cure you. It's just going to keep you stable, pretty much. That's what I believe. Like it's just going to keep you stable and maybe keep you from being able to spread it to other people. Maybe that's probably wishful thinking as far as that part of it.
Who knows?
But who knows?
And I tell you right now, I'm not taking the first round shot. I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not either.
I'm gonna wait to let however many hundreds of thousands of people guinea pig that shit out. Keep my distance. Wait to see if we created another goddamn plague or something. So So I'm good on that first round. I'm
Yep.
just gonna mind my business, play it safe, be sanitary, all that good shit.
I don't even take flu shots, so I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm cool.
Right. What you saying? I tell you why I'm more inclined to stay outside and go camping, man. I'm just hardly anybody out there, or there's really spread far apart. So that's real nice. You fellas should go
And you
camping.
know, it's still crazy, brothers, that every weekend I still see clubs at max capacities. I still see bars at max capacities.
Oh yeah.
And this lets me know, and of course I notice it in bigger cities, but I'm also talking about here in Des Moines, Iowa, in Iowa, period.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting
People we
to
know
not
going
see
to these
how
bars and shit.
we know not take this shit serious. No mask, sweating all on each other and shit like that. And I
Yeah.
just be like, y'all motherfuckers don't even have a clue. Y'all really don't have a clue. And I know some people's attitude is like, well, fuck it, I got my life to live. I'm just gonna live my life. If I catch it, I catch it, whatever the case may be. I'm telling you, that's the wrong mindset to have.
That
That is not the
disregard for
mindset.
everyone else is just so fucked, man. It's sad. It's disappointing. Again,
it really
it's
is.
too much damn internet. That's what it's doing. It's just ruining us, okay? We got too many things that reaffirm our stupid ideas, all right? We can go click on, we go, oh, look, this thing agreed with me. I'm running with it, so.
Exactly, you know, and it's just disgusting, man. It makes me sick to see it. Like you said, how you kind of dialed it back off of social media. Like I kind of been toning back a little bit too, because I hate to see that shit, man. I don't like seeing that shit, man. And that's all I see. And it's just better for me just to separate myself from that. I mean, I'll get on and post some shit here or there, you know, especially with my battles coming up and shit like that. You know, I got to promote that. You know, now that we're back podcasting, gonna, you know, do what we do with that. But outside of that, man, if it's not gonna generate some kind of revenue for us or what I'm trying to do, social media wise, then it ain't no point, man. I don't want to see this stupid shit no more. I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it.
Well, that being said, then let me ask you, man. Why don't you go ahead and clarify your battles that you got coming up?
Okay, good. Appreciate that, brother. This Saturday coming up, August 22nd, I will be in Omaha, Nebraska, battling this dude named Fire Flame. I don't know how he got his name or why he chose that name, but I mean, it's definitely gonna be fun. I can tell you that much. Then after that, Boston, October 24th, I will be battling on No Coast, New England. Shout out my bro Bill Blaze, going against Adverse Reaction, this dude that's on iBattle. So that's another league out in New York. So that's going to be fun. And then I just locked in a battle at Gates of the Garden. I haven't got my opponent yet, but I took care of that situation. That's going to be in November in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm back on the move. I'm back on my battle rap tour shit. Gonna be doing the most responsible shit. I'm not gonna be out here loose cannon. Yeah, I gotta fly and all to go to the other place. I'm definitely gonna have my mask. I'm definitely not gonna be around a whole bunch of fucking people. I'm not going to restaurants to go eat and all that other shit. You know, I'm definitely gonna try to limit as much exposure to different surroundings, because you just never know, as we talked before.
Yeah, no, you gotta play it smooth for sure. Black, when's your next battle, bro? Is gas still $5 a gallon?
You're gonna be getting a fucking letter in the mail. You keep using my fucking bars, bro. Keep it the fuck up. Keep it the fuck up.
You're that cease and desist. I'm tired of these motherfuckers playing with me.
Chef is the GOAT. Chef is the GOAT. Chef is the GOAT. Oh my God, bro.
Well, you know, that being said, man, we running here at about that hour mark. Got to get on to some dinner myself here.
Why the fuck is this foul?
No, we got to go now. Sorry, bro. No, sorry, you can't say nothing back. No rebuttals. No, but yeah, no, I think we're gonna be back doing the streamcasting here for the time being until we figure out exactly how we can come together physically, you know, one way or the other. So in a space that really works out for what we want. But you know, we can keep going and going and going as long as we want, man, anytime. So it's a great time to cut it here and pick up where we left off.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brothers, man. I was glad I was able to get back with you guys and link up. Hopefully, you know, we can get back to doing these more often, and you know, we can get back to chefins. You know, what the Junkyard Gang. We get into DJ's Battle of the Weeks, and you know what Brother Black wants to do. And hopefully, like Brother Chefin said, we can try to work something out to where we can use the StreamYard to our max capacity until we can get a location that works for everybody.
Right. So no, we'll get this the Junkyard Gang. We need to get you guys on there anyway. So we'll have you on that, and just as a natural consequence, one way or the other, whether it's the next one or whenever we figure out the next one is. So, but no, we'll
I need to get on that. So I got some shit I want to say to Charles, punk ass dude. That little motherfucker. He used to give me so much trouble in fucking high school, bro. Like, he used to be on me, son. Like, he used to talk so much shit, dog. I was really looking forward to seeing that motherfucker today. I promise you, though. Like,
so
Charles,
you might get a true life story.
I can't wait to see you,
Junkyard Gang true life story number 3 out of that interaction.
Yeah, okay. I'm with that. I'm with that.
Okay, well, gentlemen, well, like I said, we'll communicate. We'll figure out what over the next week when we can do this again, and we'll go from there.
Hey, y'all take care. Peace, brother.
This has been SquadKast podcast. Take it easy.